Good morning, everyone. This is Jeannie, and welcome back to my channel. I just want to talk about things that are on my mind. It might be all over the place, and I have nothing really to do today since all of my housework is now done at the beginning of the week, and today is Thursday. So I don't really have anything to do except remind my husband to take the garbage out, which he never lets me do. He says I'll break a nail or get germs. He's so nice. That's fine. So what I'll do is run around the house, make sure there's no garbage anywhere in the house, including cleaning out the refrigerator. So I do have to do that today. But anyhow, I think this is what I've been thinking about. When I was growing up, I grew up in a home filled with prayer, going to church, trying to live a holy, separated life from the world, worshiping the Lord, going to church. And I had a really good childhood and growing up years, and a really good beginning of my marriage. I got married at 20 and still married, same person. And we had our family, and then my parents passed away. It's been about 7 years since my mother passed away. And I think one of the first things I noticed, other than, of course, missing her dreadfully and her voice and her calling, was the fact that I knew that every day of my life, my mother and father were praying for me and our family and my siblings and, everything else. But I knew specifically they would lift up my needs before the Lord. And it was something I took for granted, I'm sure. But yet when I would go through something, I'd know they were praying because I'd ask them to. So one time we were living in California, and it was about 10 o'clock at night, and I was really bothered by something. So I called my parents who lived in Florida. I said, "Oh, Daddy, can you please pray about this? I really need prayer about this." And I needed clarification. I needed his advice. I needed his wisdom. So I called. He said, okay. He talked to me for about 15, 20 minutes. Then I hung up and I went back to bed. And the next day my father called and said, "Jeannie, I don't mind praying for you, but can you please remember not to call me at 1 o'clock in the morning, his time?" So I didn't even think about that. I think I was in my 20s or 30s. Didn't even think about that. But he wasn't really reprimanding me. He was just reminding me. But that's how my family was. My parents were. I could count on them to help me pray about something. So my question right now is, and I'm not feeling like I'm not feeling like a victim here. I'm just kind of saying, who's praying for me now? Now that my parents are gone and they're in heaven, who's praying for each other? Who's praying for all of us? It's so neat to know someone is praying. But I wanted to share with you that when they passed away, when both of them did, I could almost feel it, that they're not praying for me anymore. Who's praying for me? Who's praying for you? So that's why, to me, it's so important to take prayer requests, to let people know, hey, I'm praying for you. You're important enough to me that I'm praying for you and your needs that seem so overwhelming and so impossible. I have seen through the last 7 years with me praying for my needs and the things we've been going through, I have seen so many miracles happen, which oftentimes have led me to believe that what is the most difficult prayer, the most impossible answer to prayer, is so easy to the Lord, so simple for Him to answer and take care of and change and remove and altering the situation, changing the situation, redirecting things. It's just miraculous. So even though I don't know if this makes sense, even though I have felt like there's nobody left praying for me except, my husband, my family. I don't know. I don't go up to people and say, hey, are you praying for me? No, I don't do that. But in my mind, I wonder, who's praying for me? I'm praying for you guys. I pray for all of my subscribers. And I pray for your unspoken prayer requests. I pray for your spoken prayer requests. And I just feel like if you need prayer, put a comment down below and let me know, and I'll be praying for you, because I know how important it is to be prayed for, to have someone else hold up your arms just the way they held up Moses. Was it Moses' arms when they were battling? And Aaron and some other guy were holding up his arms. Every time, the story in the Bible goes that they kept losing. The army of Israel was losing the war, but they never lost the war. They were winning the war when they were holding up the arms of Moses. When Moses was holding up his arms, worshiping the Lord, they were winning the war. Worship, beseeching the Lord, communicating with the Lord. He was holding up his arms, and when he got tired after hours and hours, he would lower his arms and they would begin to lose the war. Well, Aaron and another priest went on either side of Moses and held up his arms so that he could have help in prayer and worship and praying. And every time he kept his arms up, they would win the war until the war was over and they won the war. So to me, that just symbolizes praying for one another, helping each other pray for different things, situations, as we pass through this life in victory, and doing the best we can in making our decisions. There are so many things I wish I had done differently in my life. Even though I prayed about things, I don't think you ever go through life without regrets. I have some big regrets. There's things I wish I had done differently, people I wish I had talked to differently. And then on the other hand, I wonder if these were situations where the Lord changed things for me. I don't know. I just try to do the best I can in making the best decisions. Sorry, allergies. And I'm sometimes bothered about it, but you have to go on, just move on and keep praying and lifting everybody up in prayer, including your own family, including yourself. It's okay. I'm surrounded by puppies. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Who's praying for me and who's praying for you? If you know that you don't have anybody praying for you, start praying for yourself. And ask the Lord to bring somebody along who can help you pray about different things you're going through in life. It's so important. That's why we need the fellowship of other believers. We need to stay around other people. And if you are isolated, You know, there are churches around that you can ask them to pray for you. If it's a good Bible believing church, you can call and request prayer. You can definitely, like I said before, ask the Lord to send you someone to pray for you and help you intercede about something that's weighing heavily on your heart. Remember, the Bible says to let all your requests be made known unto the Lord, and He will direct you. So, those are the things I wanted to talk about. I'm praying about some things that I'm just praying about some other things. So, they're kind of private, but everybody has prayer requests. And today, since I don't really have a whole lot to do, I'm thinking about going to an area near the mall and go to a thrift store just to walk around. It's been a really busy week for me. I do all my housework at the beginning of the week, so I don't really have that much to do at the end of the week, which is nice. So I think I'll go to the mall and I'll get some chicken, some of that bourbon chicken, which I love. I think I'll get some of that and then go to my big, huge thrift store and just walk around. They play Christian music. It's really nice. It's a large, well-lit area, and just walk around, see if there's anything interesting. Lots of times when I go there, I see my things. I've only bought one thing back that I've donated. So I do have a drop-off. So I think when I drop it off, I'll just pop in there and see what I can see. I'm still looking for a big, old-fashioned antique vanity. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but put it someplace. And I'm looking for... what else? I don't know what I'm looking for. I just need to get out before it rains. We're supposed to have a really big storm this weekend, and I'd like to just get out and see what's, just get out before it pours. I don't like going shopping when it's raining because I just don't. I like to stay home. I'm going to fix a nice big roast in my crock pot that Carol sent to me, and make a nice cozy dinner for the weekend for the family. But anyhow, you guys, you take care, and if you guys need prayer about anything, please don't hesitate in dropping a comment below, and I'll be more than happy to pray for you. It's always nice to know that there's someone out there praying for you, lifting you up in prayer. You don't even have to say what it is. Just say it's an unspoken prayer request. That's what we used to say at church. So anyhow, take care. Thank you so much for watching and just listening to me. I love you all. God bless you. And I'll see you in my next, probably more interesting video. Bye, everyone.